Okay, guys, we are back here right at the start of Game 2 between Radiant Dawn and Hawaii Hitmen. So Hawaii Hitmen is on the purple team this time, and they're up 1-0. So they'll be looking good. This is Sniper Worm, of course.
Yeah, and this is the general.
And yeah, we're underway. Both teams are running out there. We'll see what exactly they plan to do, but they're probably just going to spread out like has been the norm.
Yeah, looks like we're going to have that line of scrimmage yet again. The items are pretty much mirrored on everybody except Renekton, interestingly enough, took boots this time instead of a Doran shield. So we'll see how that works out for him. The extra movement speeds and regen.
Once again, the mid laner for RD doing some real BM moves at the beginning.
BM and Renekton also BMing, trying to go up and hit Mundo. Then he eats a cleaver to the face and he loses the trade.
Cleaver so strong.
Yeah, so not much happening. Just doing their line of scrimmage, throwing whatever you want, wherever you want. And oh my. And it should be noted that before the camera's going all over the place and it's going bonkers, Sejuani does have that balls deep defensive mastery. She has the shield.
Extra health, man, for the jungle.
So that's pretty cool.
Third of a potion.
Yeah, third of a potion. Got that mini shield. Tanked that one hit from the blue golem. And we'll see what happens. This time, Sejuani's starting blue and Elise also starting blue. They got the early wards down, but I would still expect Elise to get in there and invade. Like, Sejuani is a very poor duelist, especially early on. Whereas Elise is like one of the king duelists of the jungle. And you just don't mess with that.
Yeah, I would think for sure either there's going to be an invade or Elise is going to take that red and gank like right away before Sejuani can help.
Yeah, and I would expect her gank target would be Dr. Mundo, who has a shield but has nothing to stop all the magic damage coming out from Elise.
Yeah, that's probably the easiest place to gank from that top side of the jungle. Because ganking Lulu usually doesn't work out too well, especially with Morgana.
Yeah, it wouldn't work out too well unless if you were like some super balls deep level 2 ganker like Lee Sin. Lee Sin could do it with his high base damages and inherent execute. But
zap.
Yeah, zap hitting, but they'll even up the levels. At least taking the red. Probably gonna take the wraiths as well. Maybe looking to gank the Lulu who's pushing up on the Morgana.
Yeah, Lulu is gonna try to push up on Morgana because Morgana very poor at CSing and pushing at low levels.
Yeah, she does need quite a few points into the pool, but gotta be careful with the mana running so low. That is definitely inviting a gank. And here comes Elise. No ward is up, but Morgana might be making this obvious with
Lulu
oh no,
moved right into her.
Yeah, moved right into her. That's the stun going down. And what are you doing, camera? That's the flash. So we got Thresh landing a hook flying in. Sejuani's ganking and needs to flash out. And the zap will still hit, but the health potion ticking means he will not be dying anytime soon.
Yeah, and it looks like Opa's not that familiar with Lulu because Lulu has tremendous mana problems early if you keep using her skills.
Yeah, spamming your skills to push, not a good idea. Gonna run out of mana, and Elise should probably do another ring around the Rosie gank as soon as Morgana stops pushing. Like, that would probably be the smart move for Morgana. Conserve mana, just farm it up, and could probably zone out Lulu, honestly.
Yeah, and Sejuani definitely going to be looking to go back to bottom.
Yeah.
Cash in on that Thresh that got away.
Yeah, meanwhile, Mundo is still taking the brunt of the trades because Mundo not particularly strong early on.
Yeah, Mundo just kind of exists up there and just tries to soak up the CS, the levels.
But with Renekton pushing up like that, I wouldn't be surprised if there was some communication for when Renekton's about to hit 6, and at least will come down or come up there and dive the Mundo pre-6. But they see, I mean, at least past the ward, but at least we'll get in. There's some weird focus. At least is tunneling on the Jinx when she should really just focus on the Leona. And now Leona should be getting away. Spiraling's, nope, the Ignite will be just enough. So that it does work out for them, but they could have gotten the kill a lot sooner.
Yeah, that was really interesting. They must have thought guaranteed Leona was dead, but Leona was pretty tanky.
Yeah, she's pretty tanky, and that was really close. If that last tick of Ignite wasn't there, she was getting away.
Yep.
So Morgana, not really biding her time. Looks like Lulu probably didn't go back to buy, just regen all her mana with the ring and last hitting.
Yep, because Lulu realized, hey, wait a minute, I can't use Glitter Lance this much. I'm just going to chill out for a bit.
Yeah, Morgana should probably push this next wave and maybe buy.
Morgana is okay on the mana. She just needs to stop flinging out those Dark Bindings. Because Dark Binding is cheap if it's still level 1, but it adds up because the Tormented Soil is really expensive.
Yep, and when that's your main tool for farming and pushing, those little bits of mana you spend here and there really gonna cost you. And I would not be surprised to see a tower dive as soon as this wave gets close enough to hit the tower. Mundo really needs to back it up and call Sejuani in for help. Here comes Elise through the lane, and we might see a 2v2 right here on the dive. Mundo hits 6, and that's the ult, and
yeah, that's probably the end of that.
yeah, that's probably the end of that. The Ignite goes down to stop or minimize the regen,
Ooh,
but
the tower
sacrificing
shots.
so much HP to do it. Just running in, taking those tower shots. Sejuani really needs to stick around, make sure nothing funny happens. They do know Elise is here. Yeah, he'll just make his presence known. So with this little lull in the action, looking at all the CS across the board, very different from last game, where there were deficits in the bottom lane and the top lane, or I mean the mid lane, excuse me. Now it's just pretty even across the board. Hooking the minion, very interesting. And now this could be Thresh eating a lot of damage. Oh, never mind. Only getting the stun and the rocket off. So he'll take a bit of damage, but he'll walk away just fine. And trading off the blue to Lulu, this is going to help tremendously for Oppa, who can, well, not freely spam that Glitter Lance, but use it more frequently than without the blue buff. Meanwhile, Morgana also getting the blue. So that'll lower her cooldown so she can also counter push on the Lulu. But she is at 0 mana, whereas Lulu still has mana. There's a hook on Leona. They're flying in together. This is a very interesting move, seeing as there was no kill potential.
Well, it did do a lot of damage, though.
It did a lot of damage. And Leona will probably back. If not, she's going to be playing very far back to regen her health. Yeah, so probably going to play a lot farther back. They need to be careful because I'm pretty sure Thresh and Sivir will be hitting 6 in maybe a couple waves. We got all that vision going down in the bottom river. Everyone wants to see if somebody's trying to sneak a dragon or if there are any ganks coming down. You got the polymorph on the spider. And Morgana just waltzes back to lane from the base. Meanwhile in top, Renekton farming out the rest of that wave because Mundo pushed out. But Mundo should be there in time to receive the next wave. So everything's still relatively even across the board. Again, flying in on Leona. Very dangerous. Sejuani's here. There's the stun. That's going to be a lockup on Sivir and guaranteed death. No. No death. Mundo. Ooh, there's the rocket. Makes a liar out of me. And it should be noted that Mundo teleported down for that. So they do need to take this dragon to make that teleport worth it.
Yeah, because that top tower is going to take a lot of damage. Oh my god, the damage.
The Dashi is dead. And now that's no smite. Now they cannot take the dragon. The flash in and the ult. Oh no, that's so much damage. Leona's going down. Double kill. It's going to be a triple. Maybe even 4 kills for them. There's a hook on Mundo. It's going to be the red buff being put on him. Here comes the Dark Binding. And he is down. Even with the wild growth, probably should have just held that. There was no way he's getting out of there. So now that what was a good gank turns into a 4-kill trade and the dragon. So things were on the up and up until that happened, and now it is a About a 3k gold deficit. Morgana just standing there taking the beating from Lulu. Now beating her up right back. Yeah, that red buff and the tormented soil doing so much work. And now this is really bad. It went from even to big deficit.
Yeah, all of a sudden down 4k.
Yeah, and it should be noted that Renekton also got the tower. So yeah, that was very good on the Morgana. Very nice flash ult. Now I can see why the Morgana was banned last game. They respect the Morgana pick because they love Morgana. So now, not much happening. Everybody going back to buy, spend all that gold they got. Renekton heading back to top, almost with Spirit Visage. Probably going to farm out the double golems, since the wave is so deep. Nope, he's passing the golems. We got a binding down on Lulu, and using that red buff to full effect. Very nice. Oh, Thresh, so wide. He still got hit by that zap. Now it is on blue team to make the moves happen to recover this game. Sejuani really needs to be in place for counter ganks or just successful gank opportunities, mainly on that bottom lane.
Yeah, right now Sejuani kind of needs to just focus on getting some gold because only Spirit Stone basically.
Yeah, needs to get some gold. Should probably focus her efforts on bottom lane, where it's probably a lot easier to get the kills, seeing as they have Leona Jinx. That's a lot of damage and pretty moderate CC. And now here's the duel. This is what you don't want to do as Sejuani. You never want to fight the enemy jungler.
It was interesting because they knew she was there. They pinged her out.
Pinged her out, still went into it. And they'll clean out that ward, but the pink ward that spotted her is like, oh, there's a ward in here. We'll take it. So now with the jungler out of commission for helping anything, I wouldn't be surprised to see at least initiate some sort of tower dive or a gank on bottom.
Yeah, she's definitely going to be looking to go offensive somewhere, knowing that Sejuani won't be able to help.
Yeah, here we go. Bottom lane being pinged out because there's a ward in the bush, but at least doesn't really care. It's like, okay, must be warded, and we'll leave. Morgana.
What is Morgana doing?
Walking away and laughing. Oh boy. Doesn't look like Morgana's going to be laughing too much now, though. That was a lot of damage that just went down.
Yeah. You need to put the Tormented Soil on the range creeps.
Yeah, take out that back line first. Lulu expending so much mana so quickly. Whereas Morgana just, conserving her spells. Limited by cooldowns, so you can't really spam them. And she does have a completed Zhonya, so that'll be really big in the next fight. Yeah, so at about 13 minutes 40 seconds into the game, we have Sivir building. Oh wow, that max ring binding. We got the barrier coming out.
She used barrier, so...
Yep, so Morgana's saying, no, back it up. Oh wow, that max range hook as well. But the play coming out, and Leona's in big trouble.
Good solar flare.
A very good solar flare, but Leona is still in big trouble. The ignite going down. Will go down from that. Yeah, last tick. Oh, but the retaliation kill. So that's a kill on the support for a kill on the AD carry. Probably not the best trade in the world for a Sivir Thresh. So Jinx with both kills in bot lane. Probably going to pick up the Bloodthirster right after she goes back and clears after clearing the wave.
That's really unfortunate. Thresh still had flash.
Yeah, Thresh still had flash. Could have flashed out of the way, but sometimes it happens. So now Lulu with blue, Morgana with no blue. So this is going to be really tough in mid now. Yeah, Jinx, one-on-one, big bully. Especially when Sivir has no mana.
Mana.
Speaking of mana.
Yeah, Lulu just flailing at Morgana because she has that point and click.
Yeah, that's a very interesting decision for Elise to take the blue.
Yeah, that's very strange.
because that kind of screws Morgana out of her lane for the next 2 minutes. But they took, I mean, they put some damage on the tower, so I guess it's fine for now. But in the future, Morgana really needs the blue to keep up with Lulu on the push. Dragon going to be up in 45 seconds. Wouldn't be surprised to start seeing the pink wards come out. But no such luck just yet. We got Sejuani moving towards the bottom jungle. I wouldn't be surprised to see Elise farm out the white and head to bottom to try and gank, because Sivir will also be into the lane at the same time as her. Thresh getting zapped just so Leona can place a ward. And here we go. This will probably be the next big fight. Dragon up in 12 seconds. Yeah, Mundo's teleport is up yet again. So using that ward in the lane bush, Mundo might teleport down to try and make something happen again. Oh no! Jinx walking straight in. There's a big stun right there. Very nice play by Sejuani. Super Mega Death Rocket will get the kill, but we do have something happening right here on Lulu. She does get caught out and dies, but the Morgana ult was used, so the team fight potential of purple team very diminished. Whoa! Oh, very interesting route taken by Morgana. She's probably going to die. Oh, she flashes out. Mundo flashes straight in, but Elise is right there, and so is Thresh. Zhonya's very interesting on what's going on. Mundo gonna regen. Elise will pick up the kill. Meanwhile, Renekton was thinking about coming down, but it's too late. He needs to just go back and push something out. So that was some pretty good moves there by blue team, picking up a lot of gold. That's a pretty big recovery from what was a 4k deficit, is only a 1.6k deficit. Oh no, 2.5k, sorry.
Yeah, very interesting. It looked like Morgana was trying to pick up a kill there. Well, when she was running down to bot lane.
Yeah, she
definitely was not afraid.
She expected the binding to hit the Sejuani. Oh no. Oh. Renekton knows that Mundo's coming. And this is really bad. He could pay for
Is Sivir gonna do something?
Sivir's not helping. And it looks like Renekton will die. Mundo will easily dive this. He is ignited though. He needs to leave.
Oh, if she had been hitting him.
Yeah, so Sivir will just walk away. Very unfortunate, because that could have been a kill on Mundo when he got stuck under the tower.
Yeah, again, Morgana needs to put that binding onto the creeps.
Tormented Soil OP.
Oh, here comes Lulu.
Here comes Lulu trying to fight.
Ooh, got crossed up.
Yeah, got crossed up. Glitter Lance misses. Black Shield. Kind of wasted, but it was a good safety measure.
Dragon picks.
Yeah, and Dragon is still up. No one making a move on Dragon. Elise probably going to head to bottom and try and recover the lane. Or he might try to solo Dragon. That would also be a good move, because they know the bot lane is not there. So it does look like Elise is soloing the Dragon. Thresh is going up to help, just to make sure they take it. Yeah, that'll be a free Dragon. Extending the gold lead to almost what it was. And everybody will go back to the lanes and farm it out. It's not much else to speak of. Mundo, good guy Mundo, helping Lulu get the blue. We got the sweeper sweeping out one ward. So a little bit of gold into the pockets of Sejuani. There's no point in them chasing after Sejuani. They should know that Sejuani can jump walls. So the collapse unsuccessful. And they really need to push down that mid tower. Morgana and Elise really need to team up and get that down. Like, Elise is really big, 4, 1, and 2. She really needs to put that gold to use and make a difference.
There you go. She's pressuring the tower right now.
She repelled?
Yeah, she dodged the Sejuani ult.
Yeah, she dodged the Sejuani ult. She needs to be careful. She could go down
Ooh,
from that.
Soul Shackles.
Soul Shackles will stun up Lulu.
Oh, hit the wrong
Hit
person.
the wrong target, but oh wow, the rocket just missing Elise. And here comes Renekton, so that's going to be mid tower. If Mundo shows up, they could just kill him.
Ooh, very close.
Oh, here comes Mundo trying to come up from the side. Yeah, so they're going to back off. A lot of flailing around under that tower, but no deaths.
Yeah, Super Mega Death Rocket was used pointed at mid, so the purple bot lane definitely has the advantage in a fight should they go in now.
Yeah, I would expect Thresh to try something right now because they know that ult isn't up. And that was a very nice Glitter Lance stopping the Morgana from backing. And I wouldn't have been surprised to see a fight right here. There's a hook onto the Jinx. Oh, the Solar Flare whiffs.
And that's all of Leona's cooldowns.
That's all the cooldowns. The Thresh is probably going to go down. Jinx should, yeah, there you go. It should be hitting him.
Oh, where's Silver going?
Oh, Sivir was running away, but with the cooldowns down, she should have been just like hacking away at the Leona. Meanwhile, in mid, Renekton ulting on the creeps.
I guess to protect the tower.
Yeah, so now we're gonna see a tower dive. There's a stun and the flash out.
I don't know.
There's the barrier, but Sejuani's here, so that's probably gonna be a kill. Sejuani very tanky. They'll just stroll away. That's the kill for Elise, but at what cost? Mundo should have his ultimate. He should just pop it. Yeah, right now. Tower dive. That'll be a red onto Jinx.
Oh.
And this is getting turned on its head right now. Now they're going to pick up a bunch of gold from this tower. The purple team just doing all kinds of wrong moves on the flanks. Getting caught out, foot soldier status. Just one at a time. I don't know what's going on, but they just threw 5 kills into the face of blue team.
Yeah, big throws, and
then
they
there was
continue.
a flash. Oh, there it is. That's pretty much the 5 kills. Sorry, it was 4 kills earlier, so that's basically an ace. So, well, what was a lead, a big lead, is now even Steven. So looking at the item builds, Jinx with the Bloodthirster Zeal, Circus Greaves versus Sivir with that Bloodthirster BF sword going into pickaxe, and so that's probably Infinity Edge. A very bold move right there. It would work out if she was using her boomerang blade to harass.
Very surprising that Silver recalled right there. That was a free tower.
It's a free tower, and not sure what else to say. We do have Thresh with the Ruby Sightstone. That's I think that's a very interesting pickup.
Lots of help.
Most of the time, you would just sit on the Sightstone and pick up other items. But Elise, 5-2 and 2, got some penetration, and going for the Sunfire Cape. So gonna be relatively tanky on the AD side of things, but still going to be very fragile from magic damage. Meanwhile, Sejuani picking up a Banshee's Veil, so she'll be very tanky against Morgana and the Elise. But Renekton and Sivir will probably shred her to pieces right now. But Lulu going with that Unholy Grail. Maybe into Death Cap versus Morgana with these Zonias and a blasting one that's not indicative of any items because it's so versatile. Now we have the Last Whisper completed on Jinx, so she'll be shredding some armor with her attacks. And other than that, it's pretty much the same across the board in top. We're gonna have the double Sunfire with the double Spirit Visage. So pretty much going the same build in the top lane. Dragon will be up in 13 seconds. Not much else to say. We should see some rotations towards bottom, but we got the rotation to top by Elise, and that should signal a free dragon for blue team. Although Sejuani was also top.
Interesting flash by Mundo. I don't think he was at any danger of dying.
I think that was just a panic flash. He just saw, oh no, Elise is here, I'm gonna flash. Thresh, oh man, that zap. So much damage. And that all but assures that they'll get the dragon because they do know where the purple team is.
Oh, Lulu's actually in a bad spot, but
this is weird. They're getting collapsed on. If they're gonna fight, they really need to be decisive about it. They're gonna kill Elise, who wasn't even that tanky. But now we got plenty of fighting going all over the place. Somebody going way too deep right there. And now the superior damage of the blue team just showing his face right there. Yeah, Sivir needs to not walk that way. Just walk away, let them take the towers, get away with your life.
yeah, very unfortunate. We're being told by the chat that Renekton is having a bit of a lag issue. But yeah, unfortunately we cannot pause, so there's nothing that can be done. Just gotta keep trying to play through it. And interestingly, that's another team fight where Sivir was able to make it out of it with full health.
Yeah,
but
full health. She
wasn't
didn't
able to
contribute any damage.
The damage that the team needed. So might need to play a little more up in the fights, in the upcoming fights.
She's got to play closer. The blue team is practically ignoring her because she just keeps running. So like, hey, if she's just gonna run and not do any damage, we don't care about you. We're gonna take out your teammates who are in our faces. So now blue team with that gold lead, sizable enough, not a gigantic lead, but enough to play with where you can press your advantages.
Yeah, they definitely feel like they have a gold lead because everything's been going their way for the past few minutes.
Yeah, they were behind, then they got those few kills, and then they just had that one big fight that turned it all in their favor. Here we are. So purple team, in order to recover, they really need to utilize that Morgana, the counter engage, where when the, oh no, Sejuani getting on Morgana, not sure that's a good idea. Everybody collapsing over here. Sejuani is going pretty deep. They do blow the Sejuani ult. I'm not sure that was worth it. We do have the Zhonya's going down, but she will go down, and that'll be the end of that. So they pick up one kill. Sivir takes a tower, but they pick up Thresh as well, and that's going to be an inhibitor. And oh no, Sivir's still pushing. She probably needs to go back before blue team tries to take the Nexus turrets. There's still 20 seconds on Morgana. Yeah, they're gonna tank it out, try to take out at least one turret. There's a solar flare, dive going down at Elise. Wild growth going down. And they'll just back off the dive. But they really need to focus that turret if they want to take it down. Very nice shield by Lulu. Leona surviving that. They need to leave. Morgana's coming up. Oh, this is bad. This could be where it turns. Never mind. Elise goes down. Mundo will sacrifice himself for the team. Yeah, I am smelling a Baron Rush with all those blinking red bars on the blue side. Oh no, Mundo got away. Even though he was ignited, he saved his ult because he knew the purple team couldn't do enough damage. So good on him. They all get out. And that will probably prevent the Baron Rush. So almost a mini throw by the blue team, but they knew their capabilities, and they do pick up an extra kill for it.
Yeah, and that's probably the game at this point. Purple team really has no momentum. They're probably not feeling good about the state of the game right now. And they're probably at the point in the game where they're like, well, we already lost the Nexus turret. Even though we have a lot of turrets on the outsides, you always don't feel good, you know, when your Nexus, half of its defenses are gone. Because that means that actually backdooring it is a possibility.
So I noticed that Sivir, she bought a Vamp Scepter and was thinking about, like, wait, why did I buy this, and refunded it. So now she has the pickaxe component of a Last Whisper, but it could be too little too late. Going for that greed damage build because she didn't see any armor on anyone but Mundo. But now that the targets she can hit only have armor, that penetration is not gonna come in time. The game will probably end before she gets the Whisper. And Morgana also going for the big damage, the death cap. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I'm not sure if that's the right move. But they do need the damage and the lockdown, so that could be the way they recover if they get a really good counter engage. So purple team very split up, at least in top, farming out the golems, trying to get whatever gold she can. And this tower is defendable. Yeah, Elise is backing now. Oh no, Morgana getting chunked. This is no longer defendable. They just need to back off. Renekton needs to get out. They need to back off. Yeah, Renekton will flash, but he will still die. And that's going to be 3 kills. 4 kills given up. And that's probably going to be an ace, and that will be the game. They exhaust Elise, so I assume they're going to go in and finish her. Yeah, gets the zap, and that's going to be the game. Nexus turret going to go down right here. So now the set is 1-1. It's 1-1.
Yeah, 1-1
Had to think
one
about
set.
that for a bit.